This is Hodo, reminding you to catch the Hodo Show and the other viewpoint at our new time, Sunday from 10 to midnight, for the very best in radio music and some of the most in-depth topics around, right here on your community radio station, 88.1 WHPR. I'm Hodo. Who are you? You're listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
The Hodo Show.
On 88.1 FM.
All right. Everyday people, a little reread for you. And I want to welcome you, of course, to another installment of The Hodo Show and the other viewpoint. And, of course, I am your brother, if there is no other. I'm Hodo. Who are you? We're expecting a call from our brother from the penal colony, SUTTON-BEY. And live in studio, we also have our brother Spearman L., Bruce Spearman L., and he's the author of the book entitled The Women of a Breadwinner. And he's live with us here tonight as well. So, got a full-fledged show, as well as we're going to talk with our friend Super MC, and we're going to be discussing his video, Come Home. We showed you, we debuted it about 2 weeks ago, and we're going to play it tonight as well. And we're going to talk to Super MC. Maybe Kiko will call in, maybe D Knight will call in. We'll see what's going on. And also, we're expecting our brother Legion to call in and talk to you about this gospel program he's putting together. And he's going to call in around 11:30 or so, as well as we have a sister that's going to call in and let us know something about a situation that's going on with her around 11:30 or so. And never know, you might call in too. So stay locked in. Just wanted to let you know what we had coming your way. We're going to take a quick musical break, then see if our brother SUTTON-BEY will call. Then going to jump right into this thing with Spearman L. And hey, remember, I am your brother, if there is no other. I'm Hodo. Who are? Matter of fact, we may not go anywhere. This might be Sutton here. Let's see.
Hello.
Yeah, that's Sutton, so we don't even have to take a break. All right, that's SUTTON-BEY. He's calling in from the penal colony.
Department of Corrections, Carson City East. To accept this call, press 0. To repeat, this call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using PCS's inmate telephone services.
Sorry about the tardiness, brother. They just let us out.
Well, bro, I understand. You know, it ain't like y'all got freedom. Ain't like we got that much freedom out here anyway. Boy, I wish you could have heard Councilwoman Joanne Watson show that came on before me, and they were talking about these financial managers and stuff. And and it's so deep that they actually got a term in there where these cats want to deem themselves the master.
What?
Yup, that's coming to Detroit. If by chance this financial manager thing kicks in, they even have some terminology where they're going to be calling themselves the master.
Well, that's not surprising.
Yeah, it's not surprising, but you know, how long have folks been saying, you know, your way back to the plantation and that kind of thing? But terminologies are everything, you know.
Right, right.
All right, bro, we got to jump right into this thing because we're working with short time. Now, what we want to discuss tonight with you and with brother, matter of fact, we hadn't even introduced Bruce Spearman L. Bro, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Speak up for me.
I'm all right. How about yourself?
All right, not bad, bro.
That's that author right there. They call Bruce J. Neal, the author of Woman of a Breadwinner.
Slime, Mo, how you doing? Yours truly.
All right, brother.
I can't complain, Mo.
That's good.
All right, so as I say, we're going to get ready.
What's the deal, Hodo?
Sir?
What's the deal?
What we're talking about tonight, we're going to take it from two aspects of this thing. Seeing that you've been locked up now for 20 plus years, and within the next year or so, you're going to be having expectations, man. Matter of fact, you got expectations already as to how things should go when you get out. Now, the flip side, with Brother Spearman, who was locked up in the pen as well, he had expectations, and now that he's out, what we want to discuss with him, well, first we're going to deal with you, then we're going to jump in with him because you got a shorter period of time. But what we're going to discuss with Brother Bruce Spearman L is, now that you're out, how hard is it for you to get away from the cats who keep trying to pull you back in, man? Cats who just, things ain't exactly like you thought it would be. It ain't as easy as you might have thought it was going to be. You rehabilitated, you trying to change your life. But cats always just, you know, as the movie said, they just keep trying to pull me back in. They just won't leave me the hell alone, man. So that's what we're going to talk about in the next portion with Brother Bruce and my man Sutton. We're going to talk to you about, what are your expectations, man? What are you expecting? What are you looking forward to when you get out of there?
I think my answer would be a little bit unorthodox. I think I expect more from myself than anybody else, and I think my number one expectation of myself is to never allow myself to believe that someone owed me anything. And I think in doing so, I will also have to expect myself to stumble in my new journey of becoming a so-called free man. I think that's something else I would have to expect of myself. But in doing so, I would have to say that I will also expect myself to always dig deeper within myself to look for that extra push, that extra energy, because rejection is going to be everywhere for a guy like me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, I think I can never expect much from my people or much from the system, because my people is who I owe.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't want.
But hold up, man. But it's got to be something, man. Are you expecting things to be like it was when you went in? I mean, you've been gone a long time, man. A whole lot of stuff has changed. When you left, the cell phones, if there were cell phones, were big as garage door openers. Matter of fact, garage door openers ain't as big as they were when you went in.
Right, they was big as them cell phones, was big as them red bricks with the 3 holes in them.
Not no more. So that's what I'm saying. Right. It's a lot of stuff that's changed, man. So
I definitely expect a culture shock. I know that is something in the lines of a proper answer in that respect. I'm definitely looking forward to be shocked culturally because of that fact, and not because of the youngsters, but because of the economical storm that we're in now. And I'm going to actually come out in that storm, because I see the parole board for my first time this year, and my expectations of coming home is shortly thereafter. But once I step out into society, I know that I got people, though, that I can lean on, that is going to aid and assist me to the fullest. Brothers like yourself, brothers like Bruce J. Yield, the author of Women of a Breadwinner. I know my wife is going to support me. I know Brother R.J. Watkins is going to support me. So I have a somewhat safety net. But in doing so, I know that my responsibilities is going to be of a magnitude that I have never experienced before in my life. And for just to name a few, I've never paid for health insurance for myself. I've never paid the light bill or the water bill myself. I've never paid insurance or a car note myself. I've never done these things myself. So it's a lot of different things that I'm going to have to be a man. I'm going to have to be upright, independent, and fearless in everything that I do. And I have to stand on the principles of 3 most prominent, most influential men in my life. And that would be Noble Drew Ali, Brother Marcus Moselle Garvey, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I would have to always tap into doing for self, being an entrepreneur. And I think that's something that our community has to turn to internally. I'm talking about from the grassroots level. We have to understand that we have to depend on ourselves individually. That's why it's important when we have brothers like Bruce J. Hill come home from prison and he hit the pavement running. We have to get behind this brother. We have to rally behind him, push him, ask him what type of help he needs, what type of what can we do to help him in his ventures? Because the brother's not coming out with a handout. He's coming out and he's providing jobs in the community by putting a book out and giving people work. It takes people to be the editor. It takes people to be cover designers. It takes people to do a lot of different things, leg work and things like that. And at the same token, it costs money to do these things. So that's income that's being generated within our community. So when we have brothers that's coming home that's been within these think tanks, because these places like this is like a university for us. Many of us is not coming in here and becoming worse predators. We're coming in here and we have utilized this time within this prison system, whether it be the federal or the state system, like the brother has done. People just don't understand. This brother has 10 books that's getting ready to take this city, this state, and this country by storm. And we're going to do everything in our power to aid and assist the brother. But my most expectations, what I'm looking forward to the most, is people waiting for me to fall and stumble and fail so that they can say, I told you, man, come over here and get this sack. Come over here and get this bag. Leave that book stuff alone. Leave that trying to shoot a movie stuff alone, man. Come on, get this real money. Because they want to see me back into the same grit of things on that side because they know that the hunger is there. So if they can persuade me to move my thinking or change my pivot or change my plan and come back into my old ways and my old habits, that they're going to be able to capitalize off of my energy in the arena that they want me to be in. So I'm looking for the haters. I'm looking for the peer pressure. I'm looking for the devil to look just like me. That's going to have an ill or a bay, that's going to have an X or Muhammad, that's going to just be a Negro, but he's going to look just like me, and that's going to be the one that's going to try to do me in the most. I can't put the blame on the so-called white man because I'm not going into their so-called community. I'm coming to my community. So I know who's going to be my enemy. And I know first and foremost I'm going to be my worst enemy if I do not tame the devil that's within myself, because it's still there, because it's a habit. It's within my subconscious. It's an engram now. And it can come out at any given time. But I have to tame it to my purpose. I have to always remember that without a foe, a soldier never knows his strength, but thought is developed through the exercising of strength. So I got to go through these trials and these tribulations, and I have to overcome them so that I can become a better man, because on this side I have mastered this environment, but I have yet to put it in implementation in society. So now when I step out there, it's a whole nother arena for me. That goes back to what you were saying, my expectations of the change. And really, I'm going in the dark, but I'm blessed, and people get to see my life play out on camera, live, before the people, and they can see that you got a brother, you got a sister, you got a cousin or uncle that's incarcerated as well, and you need to rally behind them now and give them as much support as possible. It ain't always about sending $20 or $50 or $100 to their account. It's about listening to what their plans is. It's listening to the things that they want to get accomplished, because you got some geniuses up in here. And you got brothers and sisters up in here that got talent that can be tapped into, that can be utilized to the betterment of our people. And we can start businesses from just the ideas of the men and women that's within here, inside these confines. And we overlook this, and we haven't we haven't fully bridged the gap. And one of the things that I like about Bruce J. Hill is the fact that he understands that on this side is actually where it's happening at. This is really where the energy is at. This is really where the brothers and sisters is actually reading books and studying. So we got to capitalize off that. So if you got brothers and sisters that's in society that's looking for the next warrior that's going to come out into society, or be that next Malcolm X, so to speak, or be the next Elijah Muhammad, so to speak. And I'm not trying to put anybody on their level, but I'm just trying to give somebody understanding so they can fathom the greatness of the potential of the people that's within inside the confines of this prison.